Commanders keep the ones that discuss the commanders do keep.
Hello and welcome again to Commander's Keep. I'm your host for the day, Dan. I thought we'd go through the standard deck that I'm planning to build in paper on Arena. And obviously we'll go through the cards itself one by one, see what we can talk about. And maybe play a game, see how it pans out. See if we can actually prove to yourselves that we've got Mythic, which we'll have. But hopefully you can follow my footsteps and try and use the Golgari mid-range, because it is a really class deck. If you haven't already seen it here on latest deck lists, feel free to make your own. However, I've managed to crash it into Mythic, and I have, well, you have 6 days to do it. Managed to rank about 90%. I haven't got a ranking yet, still need to obviously continue on to play that. However, let's just go through the deck itself. It's so good I actually want to make it in paper magic. That's how good I want to make this standard deck. Okay, right. Just go through it as we do. Right, so our 1-drops are Duresses, which is very relevant in this format. It's a 1-drop black. I've got 2 in the main, 1 in the side. Great card. Llanowar Elves, fairly useful. 1-drop ramp. I got 3 in the main. Great card. Got 3 deep cavern bats, which is a Thoughtseize bat. It's great with lifelink and flying. It can dominate games. It can lock stuff down. It's amazing. Why argue it? 3 in the main, 1 in the side. I've got 3 Go for the Throats. Great removal. Only sometimes it's a bit awkward with Artifact Affinity, which makes it quite awkward to play against, which you kind of rely on another 1-hour kill spells we'll mention later. But damn good card overall. This guy is a house. Does all the value. You can either make him draw your card, you make him lose a life, or you can play him as a 3-2 chunky guy. Dies, you can play him from your graveyard, and then play him again from your Adventure Zone. Great guy. Great card. 3 of them there. And 3 up the Beanstalk, because I'm trying to do a Golgari mid-range sort of ramp build that does stuff that uses 5 drops or greater, because obviously Beanstalk is great. And I have a couple of cards that synergize really well with that. Lets us draw cards. It's great. It's just basically advantage. Especially if you get one of these guys out early. It's advantage very early. And this, she does so much work. Glissa Sunslayer. It's a 3-drop for a 3/3 first strike death touch. Alone, that's great. However, in the current meta, one of their second abilities is destroy target enchantment. You can kill loads of stuff in this things. Or you can deal with someone's Archfiend Dross and remove 3 counters from it. Or you can just draw a card and lose a life. That's all the good options there. Great card. Maelstrom Pulse, which is really quite good in the current meta, because obviously there is lots of stuff, the multiples of, there's like that Hair Apparent deck where you just kill all the hairs for just 1 spell, or playing the bats I mentioned earlier, they've got 2 of them out, you just kill them. Yeah, obviously I'm not going to run more than 2, mostly because it's sorcery, but it's quite a good sort of sweeper as well for 3 mana, you can't really argue it. We've got Archfiend the Dross. This thing is a house. 6/6 for 4. However, it does have the problem with oil counters. If you run out of oil counters, every upkeep you lose 1. If you run out of them, you lose the game. I have lost the game to it. It's not nice to do that. However, the subtext at the bottom, whenever a creature an opponent control dies, its control loses 2 lives. So you can ramp up death pretty quickly. And it's 4 drops for 6/6. So 4 drops for 6/6 is really just pretty powerful overall, right? We've got Shieldred the Apocalypse, just a 1-off. She is a house, a 4/5/4. Death Touch, whenever you draw a card, you gain a life. Whenever an opponent draws a card, they lose to life. Very relevant. And obviously, we've got card draw going up and card draw going up. So we'll want to synergize back and forth. And this bad boy works really well. Avatar is probably the way, but I don't know if it's a creature thing anyway. So it's a 5-drop. Normally, or you could pay it for its impending of 4, 3-drop. However, it always stays as a 5-drop or higher, so it synergizes. Even if you play it for the ramp version, it gives you a land. Will synergize with this, so that synergizes really well with that and with that. So if you've got that one, and that one out, you're making some interesting sort of plays and mana and life gain. Good stuff. And draw cards. And obviously, because we're doing ramp, we've got one over this, a Breach the Multiverse, which I did actually win a game less than a couple of minutes ago. When I first tried to record this, it failed in its bum. So I didn't record my video. But this card basically won me the game. I mean, to be fair, I was pretty much dominating, but whatever. Great card. 7-drop, I can get the 7 mana really easily. They mill 10 cards. I get a creature and planeswalker from both graveyards. Great stuff. A Virtue of Persistence. Only really need one because it's a 2-drop sorcery removal spell. Most things are 3-drops, so you can kill like Glissas and such, and you get 2 life. But it's the important part when it hits 7 because obviously that procs up Beanstalk. But then we can recycle all creatures back from both graveyards. It's really powerful stuff. You can win games when you've got it. Unholy Annex. This is a house itself. It's basically a draw engine, hurt engine, also creates a creature. This is standard warping. It's in every black deck, mostly for card advantage. The card advantage you get so early on is significant. And sometimes as well, getting the card at the end phase is actually better than the draw phase. But however, you're going to have it basically, if you've got Llanowar Elves or whatnot, you can get this out turn 2, drop that turn 2, turn 3. You're probably going to be dropping out the other side of that and just start pinging them. Or you've just dropped one of these guys and that's just going to ping off one another because that's a demon also. And it's speeding to kill them. So let's go for our lands. We've got 8 swamps, 8 forests, 2 blooming marshes, which is quite early, so it's sort of like a fast land of sorts. So you get 2 green and black, pretty decent. Only 1 and 2 of, though you want 4. You kind of want them because late game they're a bit of shit, to be honest. Early game, really good. Restless Cottage is amazing. This attack land deletes stuff from graveyard plays. There's lots of current meta at the moment where we're playing against like graveyard decks and everything else. It deletes them. It deletes the cards. You get foods out of it, and you get 4/4 because 4/4, 4/4, 4/4. Yeah, you can just smash them to pieces. It does work really well. A Underground Mortuary, which is a great survey land. 1 and 2 of them. You either get a black or a green, and you survey one. Really relevant early on. This card is great. We get tokens, we get fish, we get treasures. It's great. Plus, it's the land as well. I mean, you're going to make stuff to chunk as well. You can get a fish token to block something, I suppose, if you're that hard up. But yeah. Okay, a sideboard. Well, we've got 2 cut downs. Really relevant at certain points. I mean, if something gets a bit above that, I tend to not run it main board. I find that Go for the Floats are better, and Maelstrom Pulse deals with more. This only deals with early small stuff. If something's bigger, it's hard to deal with. 1 Anoint with Affliction. It's fundamentally does similar to Cut Down, but it's the converted mana cost. I run it in sideboard because it would be an aggressive main board, but you kind of want to have like Go for the Floats or more options for drawing and other things for mine. So that's what it is. A Shielder's Edict, great for removing stuff. 2 Liliana in the Veils. And obviously the best of 3 on it, right? So another Avoidant Affliction, I think I got 2 of them. Another Shielder's Edict, 2 of them. 2 Scavenging Oozes. A 4th Dross. A single one of these guys. They're pretty cool. I think worthwhile. Good stuff. A Gix's Command and a Overlord of the Hunt Woods again. So the 4-drop of them. So yeah, that's the deck with the sideboard. Let's just for experimental purposes have a show of a game. So you see what I'm on about. But like I say, if you do fancy the deck, you've only got a few days left to do it. I think it was 6. I think it's 6 days. We'll just confirm that. Yep, 6 days more, including today, to try and get yourself to Mythic. So let's have a go for experiments. Let's see where we're at. Orange Mythics are the guys who work for Wizards of the Coast. Yeah. Weird hand thing. Okay. Caught in a mortuary. Let's go to a mortuary. Okay. Oh, I think it's one of those ones. Yeah, I'm thinking it's a Reanimator. Yeah, it's a Reanimator. I'm gonna go for speed. Yeah. This is to me a mid-range. Right. Get rid of that. Okay. Get rid of his Jace at least. It's not casting his demon as of yet. I think we're looting to find anything good. Nah, shy at the moment. Really? Oh, okay. My breach the multiverse. Thank you. Right, we're ditching stuff. We're putting it in the bin. Got 6 mana. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's 7. Yeah, that's done. Okay. Evidence collecting fish. Five. 13. Yeah, you can do 2. Fair enough. Oh, have I broke again?